Malik Barnes, who holds a World Guinness record for receiving more than $10 million in scholarships from over 180 schools. He credited his accomplishments to God and his supportive parents.
That's
So what's your
good.
secret? Are you Superman?
No, ma'am, I'm far from it. I give all glory and honor to God, definitely. I thank my parents that are always supporting me and encouraging me.
Just like Malik, when you listen to Lydia, it is evident that her parents were involved in shaping her Christian worldview, which also helped her cope with her mother's death.
I have to say that for me, it was really surreal in a lot of ways because, as any parent knows, when your child grows up and they become a young lady or a young man, it's like they're there in front of you and you still view them and think of them as that little child from many years ago, and now all of a sudden they're standing up on their own. And for me, it was like, yes, she is this beautiful young lady that has such a spirit of love and the spirit of Christ in her, but at the same time, she is still my little girl for all intents and purposes. And so there was the element of, just from a dad's perspective, just like, oh my goodness, this is great, because everything that you pour into your children, you're hoping that it will take root, that it will grow, that it will flourish, and that it'll go where it needs to go. And I know one of the things that her mom and I, Lydia's mom and I, tried our best to do was to instill in all of our children that, all of life is centered around Christ. And so it doesn't surprise me in the least bit when she started speaking about that from the stage, that it all is about Christ and our significance comes from Him, and about her faith. And it's one of those things as a dad, especially the last 18, 19 months, that I've been able to watch and observe in her life. It's not just something she said about on a stage, it's something that she's lived on a daily basis too.
As we glorify God for using Lydia to tell thousands of people around the world who have watched her graduation speech, we want to remind all believers in Jesus Christ that we have more work to do in spreading the gospel of Christ. Secondly, it is sad that we live in a quote-unquote developed country, yet religious freedom is under severe attack. It has become unpopular to publicly share one's faith without being criticized or labeled intolerant.
What did you hear from them? What were some of the reactions from your peers?
Yeah, I had so many people